Hey guys, it's Supersonic Q, and we're gonna kick off this LSSQ cast, kind of like this, I guess. So thanks for stopping by. And I know we're early, but today's been a busy day, and I have some stuff I'm doing later. So I don't have as much time as I usually do, but I didn't want to leave you guys totally high and dry because I did want to talk about E3 before that got like really irrelevant. So that's primarily what we're gonna do, but depending on how much time is left, I'll take viewer comments and stuff. And yeah, like I said, this is mostly going to be E3, so if the time is throwing anybody off or whatever, like, like if I get comments like, oh, I didn't know you were going to stream earlier, like I missed it, whatever, well, don't worry because it's primarily going to be E3, so you can listen back to it anytime and hear what I have to say about E3. I was going to do face cam and some other sculpture stuff, but the sun kind of went away, so I'm not feeling it anymore. We'll save that for another day. And maybe that would just distract from the rest of the E3 stuff I have to talk about. Let me just refresh the page here. Yeah, really. All right. So, yeah, I guess it'll primarily be about E3, but not only about E3. So yeah, I'm at Nature's Wi-Fi, which someone said earlier in the chat. Yeah, Andrew got it right. I'm pretty much outside, connecting to someone else's Wi-Fi, but it works because the Wi-Fi in my house doesn't work. So there were some windows open, but maybe no one heard me. So yeah, other than that though, there was no video on this week. I said last week there wouldn't be, and that's because I was, busy, so didn't have time to do a video, and some other stuff that the videos I'm making now are gonna like take longer than just 1 week to finish. So maybe we'll have a video this week. Yeah, there should be a video this week. I might tweak the LSSQ cast a bit though, honestly. Yeah, there's kind of been some changes to the lineup, the co-host lineup, and also I'm kind of thinking I want to change the day maybe, just because I think maybe more people would be around on Sunday, and I think Sunday was the original day. So those two things considered, I might end up changing that kind of stuff, but no worries about that right now. As it stands, it'll stay the same, but in the future, like the near future, I might change it up a bit. But I'm not sure. So I guess with that said, you guys want to get right into E3? Did you use Dashi at E3, Ed Mario said. What's Dashi? I don't know what that is. Would you want Kappa Mikey to be a kid's cartoon or adult cartoon, Lane said. I definitely want it to be, I think, an adult cartoon. I think it would have been funnier and they could have done more with it. Whereas I do like the way that the Nicktoons one went, but I do feel like with the parody they were trying to make, it's kind of, I don't know, you can only do so much with it because it's like a Nicktoons, like, you guys know anime culture and stuff. You can't make as many jokes like that with a Nicktoon as you can, with an adult show. Did you see Dashi or Nathaniel Bandy at E3? I guess I didn't because I don't know who those are. Penguins Behind Bars. I don't know what that is. And I haven't looked up any Star Wars Lost Media. Sorry about that, Mick Clank. Have you seen the Sonic Song 182's 2 videos about Sonic going to E3? Owen said. I have not seen that, no. I'll have to check it out sometime, maybe. Whoa, Chris said a JB View episode was found today? Oh, I haven't heard that. That's awesome. I want to check that out later. Ravioli Man said, do you like the new SpongeBob season so far? I don't really watch SpongeBob anymore, but I'm going to guess I don't like it because the old one's just where it's at for me. Like, that's what I grew up on. Those are the ones that have, like, the timeless memes and jokes and stuff, so I probably wouldn't like it. So Triptendo said, from best to worst, rank the conferences. So we're going to jump into E3 a bit here. All right, so this will start my E3 discussion. And what time are we at right now? So, or when did I start this? I might timestamp this stuff because it shouldn't be that hard. Someone should like tell me how far into the video this is, like right now in the chat, so I can timestamp it. I think it's maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. All right. Does El Supersonic have any lost media of its own? It actually does. Croissant Head, yeah, it does. Well, me and my friend's video for one. Some vlogs I did 2 or 3 years ago. I deleted all those because they were horrible. Some other animations I think that I deleted from my channel because they were horrible. I do have quite a bit of lost stuff. Some of it I still have, some of it I still don't. But yeah, there is some lost El Supersonic Q stuff. Where should I send you info about the lost pilot? lsupersonic5@gmail.com. That's my El Supersonic Q email. Oh yeah, I do have lost sculptures at Mario. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yep. Pasta or creepypasta? I'm gonna go with the regular pasta on that. Man, it is not that warm outside here. All right, so I'm gonna start with this E3 stuff. I can go back to questions at the end, but all right. So E3, I had a lot to say about E3, and I want to get my thoughts out there for people who might be interested in it. So, as for ranking the conferences, I can't really rank them at all because I don't follow Sony or Microsoft, so I don't really have much to say about them. But from what I heard, their stuff was really bad. Like Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. Should have brought a drink. Oh well. Spider-Man Homecoming was like the best game, I think, that came out of like Sony's conference or something. So I don't know. Pretty much everyone was saying Nintendo won E3, and because I only play Nintendo, you know, I usually say they won anyway. But being a Nintendo fan, I do not feel like I won E3. I don't think Nintendo really brought what I was expecting. So let me explain this. Let me go down the list. So I'm going to preface this by saying E3 to me in the past has been like the time when all these new games that we've never heard before get announced. Like a lot of games. Crazy amounts of hype. For the past like 3 or 4 years, okay, maybe because like I don't know, you know, I was a younger gamer back then, so maybe things were different. But for the past 3 or 4 years, I feel like Nintendo really hasn't had a strong E3 presence. They have usually one, sometimes two, like big, you know, AAA games they show off. There's usually 1 or 2 surprises, and the rest is just like stuff we already knew about or stuff we didn't care about. So I'm gonna look down the list of like everything Nintendo revealed, talk about what I like about it and all that stuff. So all right, we're gonna start with Mario Odyssey. So Mario Odyssey was Nintendo's big like game this year. That was the big focus, which is expected, and that's totally fine because we haven't seen much gameplay of it. So it was pretty cool that they bothered to, you know, show us a lot of gameplay. For me personally, I was fine with the trailer that we originally saw. Like, I was totally fine with that. I didn't need to see any more, really. The original trailer sold me enough. But it is good and understandable that Nintendo wants to push home their big game, which, okay, that's fine. So that was kind of cool, you know. Saw some more Odyssey stuff. Personally, I would have liked to have seen less of it. And like I said, that's just because I like the original trailer is so good, and I know it's going to be a good Mario game that I don't really want E3 to take up that time. You know, like I can wait to really, you know, dive into the game once it comes out or closer to its release. But that's fine. That's fine. So Mario Odyssey, yeah. I guess the gimmick, quote unquote gimmick, is kind of cool. the transforming into the transforming into enemies and other objects and stuff. That's kind of cool. I guess I don't really have much to say about it. I mean, I can't really say anything about Odyssey that hasn't been said already, either by me or someone else. It's going to be a great game. It looks like a great game. Another solid entry into the Mario 3D platformer series. Now, the big game that I was really excited about was Metroid Prime 4. That's something that I've been wanting for a really long time. That falls into the same category as like Sonic Adventure 3 and Star Fox Assault 2 and like all these games that you think you're never going to get. And we actually did get Metroid Prime 4. Now, this is kind of the downside to that. Yes, it was announced and confirmed, which is great. I'm glad to know that it actually exists. But the bad part about that is it didn't even give us a speculated release year. It just said in development. I don't really know what that's necessarily going to, I guess, like entail. I don't know if we're going to see a trailer next year and the game release in 2 years. I don't know if the game just started development, because I have a hunch that, and could be part of the reason why they have nothing to show for it. Back when Federation Force was announced, it was met with so much backlash. I have like a gut feeling that Nintendo, it kind of woke Nintendo up, and they're like, oh man, people are really mad at us for making Federation Force. I think we need to make Prime 4. And it was at that point, they're like, Retro Studios, get on that. And like, that's, so I don't think it was Nintendo themselves thinking, hey, let's give the fans Prime 4 because we're nice guys. I think it's them saying, oh man, the fans are going to kill us if we don't give them Prime 4. And Federation Force, was the last like Metroid game, so we better get on that. Because think, why didn't they have Prime 4 ready or announced for Metroid's, was it 30th anniversary last year or 2 years ago, whatever? Like, why, it doesn't make sense. So I feel like that was just Nintendo, like telling Retro Studios, yeah, get on this. Not that Nintendo really wanted to make a Prime 4. Regardless, it's going to be a fantastic game, and I really want to play it. And that was my E3 highlight, was Metroid Prime 4 happening. But, like I said, we don't know anything about it. We didn't have a trailer. We didn't have a speculated launch window. So that kind of sucks. Branching off of Metroid Prime 4, of course, is Metroid Samus Return, which is a Metroid 2 remake. I think that's pretty cool. I think everyone's been wanting a 2D, or not even just 2D, but a handheld Metroid game done the right way, and this is definitely done the right way, so that's really cool. I'll probably get it because I want to play a 2D Metroid game, or just a handheld Metroid game, but the 2D one is cool because I think we did need a 2D one. That's something that I think the fan base has kind of been wanting for a while, and I know Metroid 2 in general is a I'm yawning. I'm tired. Yeah, I think Metroid 2 is a fan favorite game to begin with. So that's cool. No complaints there. I think it's going to be a cool game. I'll probably get the pre-order and the amiibos. I will definitely get those two amiibos. I dread get it, Metroid Dread. I dread having to like pre-order those, or if you can't pre-order them, find them in stores. Like, that is going to be a mess, and I am not looking forward to it at all. Amiibos have just gotten worse. They have got every single new amiibo line they showed it off at E3. I'm just thinking to myself, dang, those are going to be scalped on eBay. How high can the Mario ones go? How high will the Zelda ones go? How high will the Metroid ones go? It's just so bad. But yeah, Metroid Samus Returns, pretty happy about that. Let's move on to Fire Emblem. Now, Fire Emblem, again, was kind of a disappointment. We knew about Warriors. We knew the characters that were in it. We know what the gameplay is like because it's an ongoing series. So I wasn't impressed with really anything I saw from that regard. I would have much rather have heard about the Fire Emblem RPG, the main series RPG being developed for the Switch, which we didn't hear about. And that's disappointing because I wanted to hear about that because, I've said this before. and I'll say it again. Nintendo needs to get their main, like, first-party franchise games out sooner than later. I know game making takes a lot, and RPGs especially take a lot with all the dynamics that you put into it. But you're Nintendo, and you're coming off of the Wii U failure, okay? What they're doing again is falling into that, I guess, pit of, like, years before their main franchises hit the console. Really, all we have so far is Breath of the Wild, if you can even count that because it's on Wii U. So we'll give that a half a point. Mario Odyssey, for sure. And I guess I'll give them Kirby and Yoshi, which, I don't know. This is kind of leading into my next topic. You know, Kirby and Yoshi, yeah, I don't know. Is E3 really the place to be showing off Woolly World 2 and Kirby Love Fest? And, you know, they're not even coming out until, 2 years from now. Or, oh, no, it was 2018. Okay, so 1 year from now. But still, holiday 2018, we could be looking at another year and a half. And it's like, Nintendo, come on. They should have Mario Odyssey this holiday, okay? That's fine. Yoshi's Woolly World 2 should be like, maybe it will be a February release game next year, February 2018. I just doubt that. So, and then at the same time, it's not even, I don't know. I have issues with the games in themselves because they're not even that creative. It's just Woolly World 2. Like, why? And I'm so tired of the generic Kirby games. I would have really liked to see, like, Kirby has never been a very dynamic series, but I would like to see some other kind of new Kirby concept that hasn't been done before. Some other kind, like a 3D Kirby game or something instead of like a 2D side scroller. Like, I don't know, just something else besides what we've been getting. And what else did that? I guess that kind of leads me into no Animal Crossing, no Pikmin 4. That's been rumored for a long time. I don't know where that is. What other main franchise did they? Oh, well, Star Fox, but I mean, they'd be lucky if we ever see another Star Fox game. So pretty much all in all, what I'm trying to get at is Nintendo did have a good conference. I would give them like a C+ with how they did. Just because most of what they showed we already knew about. I didn't think it added that much to what we couldn't have guessed the games would have been like. Like Fire Emblem Warriors and Mario Odyssey, and all of the new stuff we got, like Metroid Prime old stuff. The games aren't coming out for a while, and we hardly have any info on them. And we still have the absence of Animal Crossing and their other, bigger franchises. I mean, what do you guys think is going to sell more units? Animal Crossing Switch or Yoshi's Woolly World 2? I mean, probably Animal Crossing, and I can't imagine those games. Animal Crossing games can't be very hard to make, honestly. So, yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with that, but yeah, I guess for the most part that kind of does it for the general thoughts, because I guess there's not really too much else to say. That was kind of a nice, concise way to talk about everything. Yeah, I mean, they did okay, but I think it could have been better. I know they had like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake, and like Ever Oasis and stuff. And what's up with Nintendo revealing games during the Treehouse? That's so bad. Why didn't they just extend the actual direct? Like, what the heck? Oh, no Smash Switch. Yeah, what was up with that, guys? No Smash Switch, no GameCube Virtual Console. And like I said before, this goes back to the same thing. Like, Nintendo was waiting. I know that the Switch isn't even a year old, but like, I don't know. It seems like to me we're falling into this Wii U thing. Where like when the Wii U started, we had like New Super Mario Bros. U. I think Pikmin 3 came out the 2013, so just right after the Switch, and then we were high and dry from all these big releases until the Wii U was pretty much dead when we got Breath of the Wild and Star Fox Zero and what else? What else was even on Wii U? Well, Splatoon, I think, was, well, as I said, that was a new IP. I guess I'll give that a pass. But, yeah, I don't know. And about Sonic Forces, I'm still not sold on that game. I still don't want to get it. I saw the new trailer, and it looked cool, okay? Chaos, Shadow, Metal Sonic, and Zavok, whatever his name is from like the Deadly Six, whatever. And the Chaos like in-game model looked really, really cool. So I really, really liked that. That's almost exactly how I imagined SA3. But guess what? This isn't SA3 or any kind of normal Sonic game. It's freaking Sonic Forces with Persona custom characters, and Sonic and Classic Sonic is playable. I saw some kind of poster, promotional poster or image somewhere online, and it was really cool. It had like Eggman in the background, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails right in the foreground. I'm like, that looks like a cool game. But guess what? You can't play as Knuckles or Tails, so why even put them in the poster? Why even make the game look that cool? I am so baffled by the fact that Sega did not make more play styles. Literally, classic Sonic and modern Sonic, their play styles are so disposable, and the OC character is, it looked like a combination of the two, between the 2D and 3D. So, like, you couldn't have added in some kind of, like, Knuckles level where he, like, could climb into, climb somewhere. I don't, it just, when you're Sega and you have all these characters, why make them all NPCs? It doesn't even make sense. So that's really dumb. I'm not happy with Forces. I'm still not happy with Forces. Mania, on the other hand, I still want to get, and I'm still excited for, although the August release date is something to, it would have been a great summer game. But nope, end of summer, when, I don't know, when things are different than they are at the beginning of summer. So, back to Smash Switch, though. I really wonder if they're doing some kind of, like, special Smash Bros, like, something with the series. Like, yeah, like, you think they would have announced it. And the fact that they didn't makes me think they're going to do like Melee Virtual Console, and they don't want like to split up the Smash 4 fan base or the Melee fan base, so they're going to just focus on one. Maybe not port Smash Switch at all, but instead do a Melee Virtual Console or do a Melee HD. But then that raises the question: are they really going to want to, transition that casual Smash experience over into competitive Melee? That raises the question: if they do a Melee HD, are they going to change things in it or add stuff to it, which people wouldn't be okay with? So the Melee stuff is pretty mysterious. Not really sure what's up with Smash Bros. But I was disappointed to not see it. And I'm really tired of them pushing ARMS and Splatoon and Pokken Tournament. Well, I mean those are big games, but like I don't know. It's just like ARMS is giving me the same effect that Splatoon 2 did, or that no, not Splatoon 2. Splatoon 1 did when that first came out. All they did was talk about Splatoon. I was gonna get the game, but I got so tired of all the Splatoon in my face. That could be taken out of context. Is Captain Rex here? Because he should quote that if he's here. Someone tell him to quote that. Splatoon in my face. But yeah, I was so tired of seeing all the advertisements for that. That I just made me not want to get the game because, that Splatoon came out. I think Smash came out November 2014. Splatoon came out May 2015, I think. And they didn't promote Smash that heavily, but when Splatoon came out, forget it. It was all about Splatoon, nothing about Smash, and I felt really snubbed at that. being a Smash player. Now you got tired of seeing Splatoon. And they're kind of doing the same thing with ARMS. It's just ARMS, ARMS, ARMS. It's like, I know it's a new IP and they need to get it off the ground and stuff, but like just, I don't know. I'm just tired of freaking seeing ARMS everywhere. Like, I don't know. It's just not my thing. And I do feel like they alienated Smash Bros. Like, you know, from their tournament stuff, which I know was all about Pokken DX and Splatoon 2 and ARMS, and those are all new games. But, you know, Smash Bros. Switch would have been a new game. I mean, I don't expect Smash 5 for another 6 years, maybe. But, you know, that Smash Bros., like, come on. Like, don't alienate the Smash Bros. People. Like, they could have had another Smash Bros. Invitational and brought in all the, you know, people they did for the original one back when Smash 4 was still new. That would have been really cool to see. But, hey, that was E3 in a nutshell. As I said, not super impressed with it, but it could have been worse. So I'll take it for what it's worth. I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4, but who knows when I'll see it. Mario Odyssey still looks hype. Not sure if I'm going to get Breath of the Wild on Switch or Wii U. Pikmin 4 is still MIA, and I want an Animal Crossing on Switch. I think that just about does it, actually, for E3. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm. All right, I'll just pretend. I'll just pretend I'm live. Or I mean, obviously I'm live, but like I wanted to make sure the mic was a-okay. Yeah, there are a lot of birds around for some reason. I guess I can just take questions for this last half of the stream, or last 20 minutes. Whatever. If you guys have anything else about E3, I can answer those too. But I'll just, you know, I'll read through comments. Gardner Wow said an hour ago the same guy who uploaded DBZ JBVO uploaded even more JBVO. Oh yeah, that's Captain Bizarre. All right, that's cool then. I'll definitely check it out. That's pretty cool. He's been finding, yeah, he has a lot of VHS tapes and stuff with like bumper collections and stuff on it. That's really cool. Anything JBVO that can be found, I'm really excited about because I want to see more of that series found. I think it'd be really charming to watch. Oh, Mario said Supersonic Q. Talk about Final Bout. Yeah, so Mario's bootleg Super Nintendo Dragon Ball Z game, Dragon Ball Z Final Bout, was actually just dumped online. He has the ROM, I think, in his video description, or the download link to the ROM, in the video description of his of the video he made about it. So that's actually pretty cool. He's been wanting to get it dumped for a while, and we didn't really have anybody to do that, but he finally sent it off to someone, I guess, and yeah, and it was dumped. So you guys can play Final Bout. That's pretty cool. I know it's a bootleg, but I guess to the bootleg community, it's important to preserve that kind of thing. So even though I'm not a fan of bootlegs, I'm pretty down for it. I'm glad that it can be archived. So that's pretty cool. You guys can check that out, and I got to check it out at some point too. Got to play me some Final Bout. Brendan said, "What are you working on in terms of the next mystery of?" Let me think about that. I definitely have some working ideas. I have one who doesn't exist in the works, actually. I thought I had some mystery of ideas, but I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not saying anything about it. I can't say anything. It's gonna be really good though. A really, really good mystery of. So, okay, yeah, okay. So I guess the next two videos I have in my head, yeah. One's that doesn't exist, one's a mystery of. They're both really good. Really, I'm like excited for them. They're like really good topics. So, stay tuned for that. Sparklecast said, "What are your thoughts on the Crash Insane trilogy?" I don't have too many thoughts on it because I'm not a big Crash guy, but I think it is really cool that you know, these old games are getting kind of a revision revival, because I just think that's cool in general when old games and old fan bases can kind of, be revived like that. So I think it's cool, but I'm not going to get them or play them or anything. I forgot that Bubsy has a revival or whatever. I wasn't following that too much, the Bubsy thing, but I guess that's cool. I guess that's cool. Bubsy gets a revival. Tom Gyroid said, "Did you know I've made an article on lost Aardman commercials?" Not sure what that is, but cool. Moa said, El Supersonic Q, "Did you see the new Blame It on George video?" I did not. I actually don't watch Blame It on George that much. Like I don't have a problem with his content or anything. I just don't really watch him that much, actually. Oh, Sonic Sydney Live. Okay, that it's not that, but I remember I do have to do that. The last Toa or TOA said, "Should I make a new channel for my clay art?" If I had to be honest, I would say probably no. Not that you shouldn't post your sculptures, but I'm saying you should probably just keep it on your main channel, especially if that's where like your main uploads are. Because the thing that I found out a couple of years ago when I tried to do separate channels is that it just created a division in my fan base. Little do you guys know, or some of you guys probably, there's a Lost Media El Supersonic Q channel. It was called El Supersonic Q2. And at the time, the main channel, El Supersonic Q, was going to cover like the clay and stuff, whereas El Supersonic Q2 was going to cover like the game hoax videos and stuff. And I found out that posting my game videos on a second channel only hindered their growth, because I posted the same video on my main channel and it got more views than it did on the second gaming channel. And I've seen a lot of not even big YouTubers, but I've seen a lot of like, decently popular YouTubers have two channels, and their second channel doesn't even have like a quarter of subscribers compared to their main channel. So if you do that and break up your content, it's just going to divide your fan base and your views and your growth. And it's much harder to kind of focus on like two different channels anyway. I guess in the case of people like Chugga Conroy, it works a little bit more because they have their Runaway Guys, and that's that's like a collab channel, so that's a little different. But like Yuri of Wind, he has his main Yuri of Wind channel and his Yuri of Wind gameplay. Yeah, arguably, people on who are subscribed to his main channel aren't going to really care about the gameplay videos. But if he did post them there, they would maybe get more views and maybe more of a fan following versus his actual Yuri of Wind plays, and it has like not even 10,000 subs. So there's some video insight. Where's Riella, Nick Clank? I don't know. Maybe they didn't think the stream started yet. Oh, Connor said, how much longer is the stream going out in a bit? It's probably going to end at like 7:20. 7:20, 7:25. It'll end by 7:30, definitely. But, so between 20 and 30 more minutes. Ashton said, "Have you seen media in the past that later became lost, like a banned episode or advertisement?" I don't know if I've ever seen something and then it becomes lost. I feel like that did happen at one point, but I can't quite remember like what it would have been. So I want to say maybe that's just me thinking it did, but it didn't actually. I'm not quite sure though. Trying to think if there was any like episode of this on TV or something. Yeah, I can't think of anything, but maybe it's happened to me before. I can't quite remember, though. Oh yeah, John, why'd you change your name to HD? Like, what the heck? I was right about Metroid Prime 4, John said. You know it. Shemex2 said, Chris Neosi's lost uh, contact? Yeah, maybe that lost contact? I don't really know much about him to talk that much about it, actually. This Chris Neosi guy. Jamie said, any updates on the missing Blues Clues pilot? Nope, nothing yet. And speaking of that, oh, Awesome King showed up. Thanks for stopping by, Awesome King. Moe said, any lost media updates? I don't think there are any, actually. Well, except for the fact that, who said it? Someone said it. That Captain Bizarre uploaded another episode of JBVO. So I guess that would count as an update because that's a new episode found, so that's important. Otherwise, though, nothing on the Captain Mikey pilot, nothing on stuff. Ed Mario said, do you have any lost media topics? Like for discussion? I mean, I don't really have anything to update on. I am researching, some things for the videos, but I don't really want to talk about them right now because they're really good topics, so I want to keep them secret. Brendan said, any classic game you want to get revived in the same vein as Bubsy? That's a good question, actually. What classic game? I really want to give this one an answer, so I'm trying to think of all the older games I've played on, like Genesis and... See, I'm not really much of a classic gamer, I guess, so... Or, like, my palette isn't very diverse, honestly, when it comes to that kind of thing. It's mostly just Sonic and Nintendo, and it's usually pretty much always been like that. If I had to throw something out there, though, I'd maybe say Gex. If they made a new Gex game, that'd kind of be cool, because I've kind of been slightly interested in the older ones, but I'll probably never get a 3DO or anything to play it on. So if they made a new Gex game, I'd probably check it out. Random guy said, how about lost video games? Are you doing stuff about that? I don't do as many lost video game things as like cartoons and stuff, just because video games have been covered so extensively and so many times on YouTube before. There was a couple topics that I had in the works for video game things. I just haven't really touched them in a while. But other than that, really big developing, I don't think. I can't even think back to the forums of Lost Media Wiki. I don't think there were any recent game threads or anything either. So... Megan Nemosu said, have you seen Ashen's video on that unfinished PS2 game he found? Did you mention that last week, or did someone mention that last week? Because it sounds familiar, but I haven't watched the video. So... Oh, the Atari box, Trip Tendo said. Someone mentioned that last week, but I didn't really... I meant to like look it up, but I didn't yet. So I don't really know much about it, actually. And I didn't hear anything about it like at E3 or in any game news sites I went on. Oh, it's from like last year? Oh, geez. I thought someone mentioned it last week. Or it was a new topic to me, either last week or the week before when someone brought it up. I haven't heard anything about it. Oh, Shedex said Chris is a voice actor. Okay. Oh yeah, Cow and Chicken. That episode was aired once and banned. That's right. That sounds right. Yeah. What's the biggest lost media you went after? Ashton said. the biggest. I would say, I mean, if you mean biggest topic, it would probably be a day with SpongeBob. I don't think there's been anything bigger than that I've gone after. But if you mean big as in like most in-depth search, I would say Kappa Mikey. I like lost sleep. I'm not even kidding. I lost sleep over the Kappa Mikey pilot because I was so determined. I wanted to see it so badly that I was so determined to find contacts and find, email addresses, all this stuff. And like, it would take me hours to do all that. It would take me hours to do all that. And like, I'd be up at like 2 in the morning, like not wanting to go to bed until I sent off like 3 or 4 emails to 3 or 4 different people asking them about the pilot. So it was a really intense search. Fortunately, it kind of slowed down and we have some solid leads now, which is satisfying, but I still want to see the pilot and I hope that it can be uncovered someday. Any news on Captain Carlos, Ed Mario said. No, I don't know. No, there's nothing on that. I haven't even looked it up or anything. Maybe I will at some point. I still wouldn't mind doing more kids things, and Blue's Clues is proven to be really popular. Not to toot my own horn here, but as I expected, Blue's Clues is popular. Well, kinda, because the Backyardigans video was so popular and whatever. I thought about maybe the Blue's Clues video sort of like being the spiritual successor to the Backyardigans video, and I think to some extent it kind of has been. I noticed my subs jumped back up. The video gets, I don't know, maybe 500 to 700 views a day. So I'm pretty happy with the rate it's growing, and I don't think I would have been able to get that if I don't know, did some other video. So I think all things considered, the time and the place that Blue's Clues video was made was a very good choice on my part. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing more kids stuff. When are you going to look at Super Mario Wacky Worlds? Wubba Lubba Dub Dub said. Probably never, because I think Yuri of Wind did that. Dude, Yuri of Wind. Oh, do you guys think I could get Yuri of Wind on one of these streams? Do you guys think that could happen? Because like he comes up every single stream, and I feel like some of our content overlaps. Oh, if you guys wanted Yuri of Wind on this stream, I'd send him a message because I like Yuri of Wind. Because that's the thing too, is there are a lot of people that I wouldn't mind having on these streams that I can think about, but I almost feel like they wouldn't be. I don't want to say a good fit, but like it would be a little hard to find things to talk about or really make the conversation flow. Either that or I just act like a fanboy. But with Yuri of Wind, I watch his videos, I like his videos, and our content overlaps, and I can be a fanboy. So maybe I can get Yuri of Wind on the stream, even though, okay, Lane said don't want Yuri of Wind in the stream. Maybe sometime, though, I'll actually... Oh, he swears a lot? Does he actually swear, like, in his streams, though? Like, I thought he only did that in the videos for comedic effect. Knuckles fans thinks it would be legendary. I'll think about it, maybe. I have a list of people I'd like to get on streams. I'd like to get Psycho on one of these streams, because Psycho is probably top 3 favorite YouTubers of all time. But he has way too many... Okay, Yuri Wind has a lot of subs, but I think for the most part, like I said, our content overlaps, and Yuri of Wind isn't as popular as he used to be. I mean, I don't want to, like... I'm not trying to, like, insult him, but, like, I think he's a little bit more accessible, is what I'm saying, and I think he'd be more open to doing that kind of thing. Psycho has so many subs, and like he's so busy with videos that like he'd never agree to it. But I think we have a fair shot at Yuri of Wind. Maybe I'll message him. Maybe he's seen one of my videos. I mean, I have a lot of videos with over 100,000 views. Like, Chugga Conroy commented on my Luigi's Mansion video, The Mystery of the Safari Room Ghost, and that only had 20,000 views. So maybe Yuri of Wind saw the Project Atlantis video with which has 45,000 views or whatever. So who knows? Those. All right, dang Mario. Oh, someone said we need Night Ram here. I thought about a really long time ago, back last year when we were doing streams, the end of last year. I thought about maybe getting Night Ram on in the future. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but the only thing is that I don't really enjoy talking about collectibles anymore. Just because they're controversial for some stupid reason. So I wouldn't really enjoy talking about that kind of thing, I don't think. I mean, Night Ram's a cool guy, but I think maybe the time has passed where I would get him on the stream. I don't know, though. I'd like Pete Dorr on the stream. That would be really cool. He's a cool guy. I watch his videos. And he's a really, really good guy. I don't know what he's doing now. Maybe he's not really doing too much. I know his channel's kind of inactive, but that might be just because he's busy. But Pete Dorr, I think I'd rather have on before Night Ram, because I think my collecting viewpoint and Pete's are more closely aligned than that of Night Ram's, I think. So, yeah. See you later, Connor. Oh, I'm not. Mario said, I'm not talking about the plushes itself. The one time I was Supersonic, he went on a rant about the plushes that he screamed. Oh, tell the story? All right. This is a good story. You guys can go back and find this. It was in the video or the stream. I think it's archived in my stream playlist. I think it was called. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was called. What did we used to call those streams? I think they were just given. I'm gonna go look really quick. If the stream lags, it's because I'm looking this up. I want to tell you guys which stream it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It was Big Hits and Bigger Misses, the sequel. I think at like the 26-minute mark, I like flipped out because we were talking about the absurdity of people not knowing the items they have. And I remember one time on eBay, or maybe it was a comment in a video or something. Someone thought the BDNA Mario Sunshine plush was a prototype. And I flipped out because like the conversation that we were having in the actual stream kind of escalated to begin with. And then like it just peaked at the Mario Sunshine BDNA plush being a prototype, the maximum absurdity level. And I just lost it. And I'm like, those freaking damn Mario Sunshine plushes. And it was like the best thing, like top one El Supersonic Q stream highlights. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. Why are there birds in the background? Wubba said. Yeah, because I'm outside using nature's Wi-Fi. John said, the mystery of Sonic Extreme, we need that Q. See, I don't know about that because I feel like Sonic Saturn is the much more obscure Sonic Saturn game. And Extreme has been covered so extensively that I don't know if I would... Yuri did a video on it, I think. So I don't know if I would be okay with making a video about that. What about blame it on George? Like being on the stream? I'm going to keep my mouth closed about that. I'm not saying anything, Mario Paint 64, random guy. Noah Network said, I think the Toy Network Sonic costume are fake because I have never seen Toy Network Eggman or Big plush in costume before. And I can't find any photos of them. You know, that's actually a really, really good point. You'd think that that's a really good point, because you'd think that if Toy Network was going to put those characters in costumes, they would have put Big and Eggman, possibly. The thing with Big and Eggman, though, is they're much rarer, and I believe they came much later on in the Sonic X, or in the Toy Network Sonic line. So it's quite possible that bootleggers couldn't get their hands on them to do the costume things. That's a good point, yeah. I never thought about that. Oh, Supersonic Q is a bird now, Elaine said. Mario said, yo, when is Mario and Pat Mac going to be on the stream? Well, we can still set something up, Mario. But Pat Mac said he didn't want to be on the streams anymore, so I wouldn't really expect him to be on. But I guess other than that, else is, I mean, still fair game. You know, my crew with Shigani and Jax Cheese and Dean, and then Mario and John. Unless Pat Mac changes his mind, you guys will have to persuade him. If you guys are in the Mario Discord, go spam the Discord and be like at Pat Mac or whatever. Like, go to do an El Supersonic Q stream, demand it, and then he'll give the fans what they want. Favorite Sonic cartoon that Mario said? I mean, nothing, I guess. Well, okay. My favorite piece of Sonic animation is without a doubt the Sonic OVA. But if you mean like cartoon, I'd say like Sad AM, but I haven't seen it. But people say that's the best one. Other than that, I've seen like The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I hated it. So maybe X. Or that's not cartoon. I guess that would count as anime though. So I guess if you mean anything, it would be the OVA. If you mean strictly cartoon, nothing. Until I've seen Sad AM, then maybe I'll change my mind. El Supersonic Q, you should put the Discord link in the description. Oh, I can put it in the description, yeah. You can put it here too, Mario, for people who are in here. Trip Tendo, you should collab with Me, You, and Me Too. Never heard of them. No Networks, peace and out. Thanks for stopping by, Noah. Oh, John said, El Supersonic Q, the meme is over. I got the World Nintendo Ice Luigi figure. Yo, nice, dude. That's awesome. I remember you wanted that like last year, so congratulations. I don't think I've seen any Ice Luigis around or anything. I don't even know what wave he's in. We'll probably go for 10 more minutes, then we'll call it a day. How long did we go for? Oh, I think we're at like the hour mark right now. So yeah, sorry, a little shorter tonight, but yeah, maybe next week we'll have a longer one. Is Ice Luigi rare or something? Oh yeah, he's one of the new Walmarts. Oh, he's one of the new Walmart waves? Huh, I didn't know that. What minute mark did you start screaming? Wubba said. I think it was the 26-minute mark. Try that. Can't join the Discord? Huh. Who's doing worse, Jax or Tommy? Lane said. Oh, man. As of now, I gotta say Tommy, because their stuff is, like, literally 6 months behind. At least with Jax, it's not really, like... Well, I think they're worse at, like... I think the Peppy wave and stuff, the Peppy plush wave and, like, the Dr. Mario 2.5-inch figure wave, I think those are kind of wonky. Like, they should have been out, but they're not really out, blah, blah, blah. But, oh, man, Tommy is so much worse. At least Jax, like I said, I mean, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Jack stuff is like not really like, you know, isn't really supposed to be out. Like, I don't know, the release dates are kind of shaky with Jax, and it's not like their stuff is months behind. Tomy is literally months behind, and they have like no good diversity with their merchandise selection. Jax will always have that, the character diversity, which is really good. Oh, why are you permaban, Awesome King? Mario, look into that. Why is Awesome King permaban? Will you do a video on canceled amiibo Supersonic Q? You know, I probably could. I just have to research them a little bit, but that would be a good video. Wow, yeah, I could see that being. Oh, I could see that being a really good video. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Brian said, almost forgot about this one. Wanted to talk about the Metroid stuff from E3. Oh, sure. If you have any thoughts, you can post them or comment them, and I'll read them right now. I talked about Metroid really early on, though. Like, it was really early on. Johnson, I'm just missing the Piranha Plant, and then I have the complete World Nintendo Walmart Wave 2. Includes one of 3,000 gold bullet bill. Dang, the gold bullet bill. Skull Kid and R-Wing are canceled amiibo. They are, yeah. Those were the ones I was thinking of. Also, what did I miss? Pretty much everything. Oh, Soma recently got the Tomy Papilla plush. That's awesome. Yeah, I pretty much covered E3 and then just took a bunch of viewer comments on Lost Media and stuff like that. The stream isn't very long, so you could probably go back and watch it if you wanted. G-Reroid? Yeah, I guess missed all the same things that Riala missed. Oh, and Squidly Poly 1. Maybe 2. Yeah, the stream isn't going to be like too long, so you guys could probably go back and watch it easily. Next week, maybe we'll have a longer stream. Oh, just E3 stuff? Yeah, it was E3 at the beginning, and then I just took viewer questions, which was just like Lost Media, some collectible stuff, you know, the usual. Lane got a Banjo figure in great condition for only $25. That's a good deal. Varyak said, so this got me thinking, aside from the original Metroid 2 being really outdated, I had a theory that they were making Samus Returns to test the waters for a new 2D Metroid. Hint, hint, Metroid Dread. That might be true, because I mean, yeah, Metroid 2 is a really old game. So that could be true. With the 3DS, and you know, they're still pushing that. Maybe? Oh, I have a theory about Metroid Dread, though. Metroid Prime 4 was announced, but notice every single Metroid Prime game, well, I guess since 2, has had a subtitle. It was Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. What if it's Metroid Prime 4 Dread? What if that happens? Especially since in Metroid Prime 3, there was that Easter egg about, you know, Metroid Project Dread or whatever coming to a close. You know that Easter egg. So, because the only thing stopping me from believing the 2D Metroid stuff would be something like, I know that Metroid 2 is a really popular and fan favorite Metroid game, so maybe Nintendo just wanted to remake it just for the sake of remaking it. But you never know, because I don't remember the whole Dread theory and stuff. I think it was supposed to be a sequel to Metroid Fusion or something, and that was 2D, so maybe this is leading up to a Dread in one way or another. Ed Mario. Did you look up the MTV Rocco pilot information? I did not. Unfortunately, I totally forgot again. You guys should spam my Twitter with everything you want me to do in a week. It's just @LSupersonic_Q. Just spam it with whatever you want me to do, and I won't forget. John said, an idea for next week, Supersonic Q-Cast, the return of HD. HD is out of the hiatus. What are your thoughts on Sonami? Didn't you ask me that before, Lane? I don't think I really care about a relationship between Sonic and Amy. Bryx, it sounds interesting. I think Prime 4's subtitle will have something to do with Samus and Silex rivalry. Oh yeah. I forgot the hunters were even a thing, and that like Metroid Prime hunters tied in with that, and there's all kinds of crazy lore with them. Okay, yeah. I guess that could happen then. You're right. And then Brian said, speaking of Prime 4, it could be the last Prime game. It may be a coincidence, but the Metroid Prime games take place in between Zero Mission and Samus Returns, and they happen to announce. Ooh, that is true. That is true. Honestly, like I'd be okay if Metroid Prime 4 was the last one for another like I don't know, like 5 or 6 or 7 years or whatever. Like I definitely don't want a Prime game like every year, every 2 years. But a Metroid Prime 5. It's like if Metroid Prime 4 is good, which it will be, I would not mind a Metroid Prime 4 on. I mean, a Metroid Prime 5 on Nintendo's next console. But that's a good theory. G-Royd said, I'm watching this in a fort I made. Are you sad that stuff falls into a black hole? Some stuff. Like, I wish Kappa Mikey was more popular. I wish more people knew about that. I wish it had a DVD release and merchandise. Stuff like that. So it can be sad, but then, when I make a video on it and people are like, oh, wow, this was my childhood. Thank you for reuniting me with it. It is kind of a cool feeling that I can kind of evoke that, lost, I guess, feelings that people had for certain shows. Like the Robot Jones video, a lot of the comments were, oh, wow, I forgot this show existed. Thanks for reminding me that it did so. Did you watch Good Mythical Morning, Lane said? I watched it like once and never again. That was like 3 years ago. Riella said, when I was watching E3, I flipped out when I saw the Prime trailer. Yeah, dude, I was so hyped for that. That was the star of E3 for me. Wubba said, thoughts on Mario Odyssey? I talked about it a lot at the beginning, but I think it's going to be a solid game all around, and I really have no complaints. It's just going to be a perfect game. Very good addition into the Mario 3D platforming series. I think I'm going to take a couple more questions, and then I'm going to call it a night, unfortunately. Oh, Bryak's got a B or B. Fire Emblem Warriors is the reason Nintendo will restock the Marth amiibo. I think, don't you mean that, yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors is the reason why they won't stock the Marth amiibo? Because think about this. When Breath of the Wild came out, they didn't re-release the Smash Zelda amiibos. So I don't think that they're going to re-release the Fire Emblem ones either. I mean, same thing for, Metroid, Metroid Samus Returns. They're not, yes, the Smash ones have functionality, but they're not going to re-release those, which sucks because they're going to get even more expensive and rare. This is like the never-ending cycle of amiibo scalping. It just never ends. It circles. Ashton was asking me who my favorite president is, but I don't have one, and I don't talk about politics at all on the stream. Like, you guys thought freaking collectible talk was bad. If we talked about politics, I don't think I'd have, like, a tame comment section just because everyone has so many different views. It's crazy. Any thoughts on Mario's voice from the Deke cartoons, Lane said? It's pretty funny, good for the meme. I wouldn't prefer it, but it makes for a good meme. Yeah, you got Mick Clank said, I wish Rex was here. Yeah, you guys gotta tell Rex about what the heck was it? Like Splatoon in my face or something? Was that the quote? And there was another quote too. Squidly was saying, are you aware of the Kelly Toy Luigi being sold on Mercari? I think I am. I think I heard about that. I have one, so. Riala said, okay, go to a tree bark at 2 a.m. and bring a cat and put it in the tree, and in 3 hours you'll find a pic of my face. No memes, I swear. That's good, that's good. You can also unlock Gino in Smash Bros. That way. Whoa, John's leaving for a week. Jeez. I could never go away on like a trip for a long time. Any other Kelly Toy Lost Media, Webba said? Not to my knowledge, no. It would surprise me if there is more, but as of now, we haven't discovered anything else. We pick up the limited edition for Mania, Supersonic Q, Moe asked. Yeah, well, okay, I have a pre-order on it, but since the game comes out so late and I might have a Switch by then, okay, actually, never mind. I'm not going to have a Switch by then, and kind of over my anger with the game coming out so late. So, yeah, I guess it's on pre-order. I guess I'm not going to cancel it or anything. So, yeah, I'm going to pick it up. Unless things change, but I doubt it. You saw the new Sonic Forces trailer, right? Yeah, I did. It's a really cool trailer, and I like what they're doing with the game. But, or I mean, like in terms of bringing back the old villains and stuff. But like with the direction they're taking the play style, it's not. It doesn't suit me. I don't want to play as a Persona, and I don't know why Knuckles and Tails at least aren't playable. It's stupid. Sanai or GE? Oh, definitely Sanai, probably. Yeah, I really don't like GE. Sanai, I think, is overrated, but I'll take them. Oh no, Mick Clank is leaving. Maybe you should try some Nature's Wi-Fi, Mick Clank. Oh, Brendan said, what if the Fan Metroid 2 remake was DMCA because Nintendo was making an official one? It looks pretty close to completion. Oh, is that? I thought that game came out. That fan game. If it didn't, then, or even if it did, I could imagine Nintendo shutting it down. Dang. Wondering if Shadow joining the villains uprising. Oh, was due or has to do with Maria. So this is actually, okay. I'm gonna answer this and then Ashton's comment and then and then that might be it. I didn't like how in the trailer they called him a villain or an evil rise, and they showed him. Shadow is not evil. I would say he's more of an anti-hero. Because I'm thinking about that. Yeah, in SA2 he wasn't a bad guy. In Shadow the Hedgehog, I mean, he'd go either or. But at the end of the game, to get the true ending, he wasn't a bad guy. So I don't get why they grouped him in with like Chaos and Metal Sonic and like these purely evil, characters. Of course, you could argue in the Sonic OVA, Metal Sonic really wasn't bad, but that's, I guess, separate universe. Ashton said, "Where'd you get your name?" So, yeah, good story here. This might do it. I don't know why I paused. Yeah, so I used to go to a laser tag arena called Laser Quest, and the first time I came in first place, because you get ranked, I could never come in first, but the first time I came in first, my code name, because you get little code names, was Supersonic. So when I came to make a YouTube account, the Supersonic name meant something to me. And I'm like, oh man, I want Supersonic to be my username, but Supersonic is so general, so what can I do to spice it up? And Laser Quest is abbreviated LQ. So I thought I could do LQ Supersonic or like Supersonic LQ, but I decided to split the letters up and got L Supersonic Q. And that's where my name came from. Yeah, exactly. Laser Supersonic Quest, pretty much. Yeah, you guys know it. The classic story. But otherwise, the Nature Wi-Fi arc, yeah. I think with that said, though, I'm gonna pack it up for tonight. Though I wanted to get a little bit of the stream out, or I wanted to do something, and maybe next week if we have guests on like Mario or an Amazing John or whatever, maybe we can talk about E3 a little bit more in depth, or maybe focusing on specific games rather than general points. But I wanted to get my initial thoughts out there. So yeah, I think that does it. There might be a new video this week. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I might need more time on these videos or on the video. But there probably will be a stream Saturday. I'm trying to think. If there's not, I'll let you guys know. With that said, though, I'm going to head out because I got other things I got to do. So thanks for watching. As always, I'm Supersonic Q, and until I see you guys, whenever I see you guys, Finn